guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tiara Rodriguez, and this is another random talk with T. And this topic that we're going to be discussing today, it's going to be things guys do that are major turnoffs. Now, this is not to bash men. This is not to bash anybody, honestly. This goes both ways for men and women. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is a little awkward topic, but I feel like it's necessary to speak on. So let's just hop right into it. But before I hop right into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below your personal thoughts and opinions on everything that has been spoken about in this video. And if you are a new subscriber to my channel, I just want to say thank you so much for deciding to subscribe, and welcome if you are new. We like to talk about random things over here that are necessary to speak on, or maybe a little awkward, a little bit of everything over here. Anyways, let's hop right into it. If you wanted girls' attention, I personally believe that you should try to actually know how to be a friend and not a flirtatious, I want to bang her like instant noodles. No, unless she fully agrees comfortably about wanting to get down like instant noodles, then by all means go ahead in a safely manner, duh. But what I'm trying to say is being a friend with a woman requires more than a quick pass to hit and quit. If you truly want more with a woman, you being friends with her requires a lot of patience and a lot of listening skills, a lot of self-control in order to show that you have enough self-respect for yourself and not just for her, and care about her enough to take your time in getting to know her mindset, her dreams, her goals, and most importantly, her heart. Of course, values, standards, and beliefs come into play. But I also believe that you guys got to work on setting a better pace for not just the woman that you like or even love, but you should want that for yourself as well. Because more often than none, that same tendency to want to just move fast and get in her pants quickly only gets you into a relationship that damn near leaves you miserable in. You put yourself in a predicament of having a kid with the woman that you wanted, and then end up learning that you guys don't even have anything in common. Morals, values, and standards aren't even in alignment with who you are as a person, which is something that's very important to consider before just trying to jump in the bed with a woman that you like. Now, I hope I didn't lose you, but you see where I'm coming from? There's a lot of things to consider when you decide to lay up with someone. This goes for men or women. Sex isn't longevity. It is a turnoff to women when you push sex on them. It's a completely different story if you guys are both on the same page and you both are just hornballs, whatever the case may be. If she's on the same page with you and she's with it, that's a different story. But if she just needs you as a friend and you're pushing the sex on her, that's not a turn on, bro. Cut it out. Now, if this is a friend that you're in love with, that you like, that you want so badly, listen. Listen. If she needs you as a friend, just to talk to, if she's vulnerable, if she's in her feelings, that's not your time to be flirtatious. That is your time to be there for her, actually, as a friend. Not to push your aggressive narrative of how much you want her and how much you need to just be in her pants. Like, that's not your time. It's not the time. That is not the time. Oh, I gotta put passion in that. It's not the time. Look, the more you take your time, it could either help her become more attracted to you or not. If not, let it go. Another turnoff is not respecting her space when she gives you access to be around her. Meaning, set the tone for activities. Not invade her space because you want her so badly. Selfishly utilizing her time that she gives you just to try to get what you want from her, which is getting her pants, obviously. Or just pushing the I want to be with you thing. Like, plan activities instead. Even if you want her, I get it. Every girl gets it. But it's like, plan something out. Do things, even if it's just taking a walk. Like, be chill, you know? Like, that's a turn off. Like, you just gotta chill. You know what I'm saying? Just chill. And this could come off as not only a turn off, but also as immature, because it shows the lack of respect that you have for boundaries. I personally feel like flaunting your money is definitely a turnoff, and flaunting like what you can do just to have me is, I feel like, in a way manipulative, because that's not what I am looking for. You know, like, that's not what any woman really is truly looking for. They're looking for the heart that you have for them and what you're willing to do in order to win her heart. Pay attention. It's with the money you have. use it to your advantage, not to flaunt it. Oh, I got it. I got it. Okay, well, can you use it to help her, to make her feel special, appreciated, valued, cared for? Because it's not what you have that is going to gain her attention. It's what you do with what you have. Now, don't get me wrong. Nowadays, that is being pushed out, like the materialistic, the success, what he's got going on and blah, blah, blah. But it's so much deeper than that. Like, it's more so the sacrifice, the willingness to listen, to pay attention to her needs, her wants, and the desires of her heart. That is what's more important, not the surface level materialistic things. Isn't the way to try to gain somebody if you want something more established and more of a bond, a connection. If you want something more than just surface level, bada bing, bada boom, get to know her, understand her, learn her, and you be able to know and understand how to love her, not just what you put on the table regarding money. Because at the end of the day, who are you really without money? And that's something I like to remind myself too. Like, okay, like if money was to not exist, who am I? Truly. You gotta dive a little bit deeper than just the surface level materialistic things, because those all come and go. What creates more of a bond, it's the conversations that help you connect with the person that you like. It's remembering, oh, she likes this, so let me go ahead and get that. Oh, she's having a rough day. Let me see if I can talk to her and understand what's going on, what's bothering her. Why does she feel so sad? It's understanding her heart, the things that bring her down, the things that uplift her. And also knowing how to read the room. You know what I'm saying? If she's vulnerable, be there. If you know she likes you and she wants to be close to you, go ahead and invade her space. You know what I'm saying? Know the right times for the right moves, instead of just fully going all out and all in to putting yourself out there, to still pushing yourself onto her, because that is all very much too much. You got to know how to read the room, the body language. What does she want? Understand her needs and her wants just by listening, reading her body language. And if she literally tells you that she likes you too, that she wants you too, then go ahead and invade her space. Be all up in her face. Oh, I just rhymed. Stop playing. Don't get me started about the rap right now. Stop. No, but seriously, yeah. Another turnoff is canceling. Canceling dates a lot. Canceling any little thing a lot. Just a lot of that it's a turn off. Why are you wasting your time 20 to 30 minutes? Within those 20 to 30 minutes, you could be finishing half of a novel. You could be writing a book. A lot of other things. Maybe building those muscles on your legs or something to keep it pushing. Because why are you wasting her time? Making plans to then cancel. Isn't that always... Just think about that. You can really... the amount of knowledge you can gain in 20 minutes compared to just sitting on the phone with someone to make plans to then cancel. Knowing that she's getting ready for you. Knowing that she's about to call and text you nonstop about, hey, are we still on? Am I still going to see you? And you just cancel. Just think about how much of a turn off that is. Nobody really cares for that, especially if they're in their late 20s. Don't nobody got time for that, because it just makes you look like you don't have any type of consideration for what they got going on in their personal life. Even if you have anxiety, even if you're shy, whatever you may be going through, just communicate those things. Even if it's hey, I'm having a hard time lately with my own personal thing I got going on. It's just those little things. It doesn't have to be you have to give them everything that you got going on, but just that communication part is very important. Unless you guys are friends, then that's completely different. Then it's kind of okay, and then you just go about your life, go back to sleep, take care of you, and go back to you. But if you like a girl and you keep canceling, bro, just know she's starting to lose interest, because that's a turn off. I think another thing that's extremely a turn off is not being able to communicate. Ugh. Ew. When I say I have experience, sweetheart, on just dealing with that in itself is not it, bro. When you're older, now that I'm in my late 20s, I could definitely say that the younger me versus the me now definitely are two different people, because now that I have experienced what turns me on and what turns me off, that right there is a turn off. And I'm pretty sure it's a turn off for most people that care about the intellectual connection with their person. And if they lack the ability to want to communicate how they feel about something, if they run away from issues more than they care to talk about issues, more than they care about talking about how they feel, more than they care about talking, just communicating. If you can't do that, you can't. And you really need to reevaluate and think about, why are you considering being in a relationship? Relation, like you're relating to someone, relations, like you have to have uncomfortable conversations about ways where you can build together, and in ways where you talk about, hey, these are the things that make me feel unloved, these are the things that make me unhappy. And if you can't sit through conversations like that, even with the most easygoing female that does everything that you like to do, that likes to lay up, that doesn't bark, that doesn't bother you, that doesn't say anything at all, that's still a problem. Because again, yeah, there should be conversations about things that don't make you feel loved. I mean, unless you guys are just clones and you just, no, like, I'm not convinced, unfortunately. There still needs to be conversations like, hey, these are the things I love, these are the things I don't love, these are the things I don't like. Hey, this happened and I would like for you to work on it. Okay, how can we grow and build together, and doing this together and doing that, and let's compromise in finances and going on dates together. Like, there's things that do need to be talked about. As easygoing as any female can be, but let's be for real. There still needs to be conversations. And if there isn't any type of conversation and it's extra quiet, you should be extra thinking. I'm sorry to say, but let me stop before I really go in and ramble. But that is a turnoff. Another turnoff is constantly always expecting things in return. Like, let's say you go out your way to do something real thoughtful and real nice. Constantly always feeling like, okay, if I do this, what do I get in return? Unfortunately, sorry to say, for the crowd of men that truly think that every little thing you do, you need something in return, that's not coming from a place of love, real love. Maybe for a friendship, possibly, but even in a friendship, real friends aren't like, I did this, so I need this in return. If you're coming from a place of abundant love for someone, at least for me, and what I believe in is, if you have an abundant love for someone, you're not always going to have a list of things you did in order to get that back in return. A food for thought is, if you truly believe that abundance is within you, giving abundantly shouldn't bother you as much. And as a male, it is said that, males do want to provide and protect. Maybe I'm wrong. Comment down below. Maybe not every man wants to provide and protect. Hey, that's you. We're all different. I get it. Hey, live your life. But for the ones that want to be with a woman, really take that into consideration. Giving shouldn't be that much of an issue if you truly love and care about her. If you're making a list of what you've done for her, you should reevaluate your love, your heart. Where is your heart? Is it in materialistic gaining? Because you did that for her, you expect her to do the same in return. Do you understand that if you were to marry that same woman that you want to lay up with, that you want to build a life with, that you want a relationship with, do you understand that even in marriage, it's not fair in marriage. Someone is always doing more than the other, whether that's the wife or the husband. So you pick where you stand. But if your heart is more in materialistic gain, then you should back away from that girl and don't waste her time, because it is a turnoff. Comment down below if you disagree or agree. This part of what I'm talking about, I feel like does need to be discussed, because what's going on here? What are we doing? We're really making a list here? You really want everything in return?
Like, what these niggas on like?
I digress. It's a turnoff. Give her the world, but don't be a fool in regards to just being taken advantage of. And it goes for friendships too. Don't be fooled. I think another thing that's not only a turn off, but it also is, it's just something I personally can't stand. I can't stand it, and it's a turn off. And I know it has to be a general turn off for anyone else that's listening out there that can feel my pain. Or not even pain. This is like just general like information, because I just can't. I just can't. This is not being able to keep your word as a male. If you can't keep your word, bro, why are you talking? You guys sure know how to talk a talk, and y'all talk a lot. But can you back it up? Can you show up for what you said you was gonna do for her, with her, from today to the future? Can you keep your word? You can't keep your word. Silence and just showing through your actions is also great too. Why are you talking? Why are you wasting minutes, seconds of her life saying anything if you can't keep your word? If you can't stop cheating, if you can't stop whatever the heck is the habit that you got before you met this girl that you're currently talking to, take in consideration that if you can't stop doing something, and you can't even like keep a promise, keep a plan, keep a date, you can't do any of that, that's a turnoff. And that concludes advice and turnoffs from my personal experience that I feel like may or may not be relatable to anybody that may have possibly gone through this, that may feel the same way, that may be in a predicament where they're like, damn, am I the only one going through this? Am I tripping? I just, I'm not going to lie. This was an old project that I was really in my head about, and I wasn't really sure about releasing it because I didn't want to be I did not want my random talks to come off as if I'm a negative Nancy. But then again, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with talking about turnoffs. Like, everybody has turnoffs. And, me speaking more in depth of things that aren't appropriate in regards to the dating scene or when you're deciding to talk to someone, I felt like me giving advice to men or females in regards to the things that are turnoffs, I felt like could also be helpful. So I'm hoping that not only is it relatable, but helpful and something that you can enjoy. I do look forward to speaking about other topics on Random Talks with T, but you guys can also comment down below some things that you would like for me to speak about on Random Talks with T as well. And also, don't be afraid to comment down below your turnoffs. Comment down below your experiences of things that you don't like when it comes to the dating experience or just you talking to the opposite sex. Let me know down below. What did you agree with? What you disagree with? And again, this is your girl, Tiara Rodriguez. And this was Random Talks with T. Don't forget to like and subscribe again. And I'll see you guys in my next video or Random Talks. We'll just have to see. Peace.
With